And also that they have this information that they claim is so vital that it's so horrible he leaked it, that Snowden just like gave all of this information out. And you're like, well, then weren't you pretty reckless too?
Right.
They didn't even know it was gone until The Guardian published it.
What did the documents say?
Well, just right before that, one of the other real interesting thing is that they came out a couple days after the leak first was getting reported. The Reuters had a piece, an article where they had 3 high-level U.S. officials under anonymity said that, you'll never believe this, Joe, it had all the hallmarks of Russian disinformation. And so isn't it just amazing that they'll go, and then 2 days later, they completely gave up on that and went, let's just smear the kid who did it. There were some interesting revelations from the documents. Things like there are NATO and U.S. military embedded in Ukraine, help assisting them basically, which is pretty dangerous.
Western Special Forces operating inside Ukraine. One document dated 23 March refers to the presence of a small number of Western Special Forces operating inside Ukraine without specifying their activities or location. The UK has the largest contingent, 50, followed by Latvia, 17, France, 15, and the US, 14, the Netherlands, 1. Western governments typically refrain from commenting on such sensitive matters, but this detail is likely to be seized upon by Moscow, which has in recent months argued that it is not just confronting Ukraine, but NATO as well.
And essentially, look, this was the I think when Putin ultimately decided to invade Ukraine last year, I think basically what he concluded was that they did it. Even though Ukraine is not an official NATO country, at this point, they backed the coup that overthrew the democratically elected government under Yanukovych. They poured weapons into the country, and they were doing joint training exercises with NATO and the Ukrainian military. And I think Vladimir Putin was basically like, we told them this was our brightest of red lines, and they crossed it. And I got to do something. I mean, we're backing them all the way because they were invaded. That's what we're supposed to do to a NATO country, you know? I don't know if just some special forces being embedded there is going to create some big escalation.